New camcorder arrived, roughly $100. So we'll give it a test. See what it's like. Got this off of Amazon. Here we go. Good afternoon, everyone. Today is Thursday, January 23rd, 2025, 2:30 in the afternoon. So this morning, 7 a.m., went to the hospital, had my blood drawn and checked, returned to the hospital at 10 a.m. for my appointment. So everything overall looks good. My potassium improved. I'm within range. Although my phosphorus had a spike. And the phosphorus limit is 5.0. And it went up to, I think it's 7.1, which is very odd in a 48-hour period. Because I had my blood drawn and checked Tuesday morning and Thursday morning. 48 hours. So we thought that was very, very odd. And Tuesday, the doctor instructed me to do 3 consecutive days of dialysis. So I did it Tuesday and yesterday. And so I'll do it today. But today, they asked me to do an additional day of dialysis. So again, I'll do it today and tomorrow. But overall, there were some other numbers she mentioned. And there's a number that you might become familiar with that's important. It's called the BUN, B-U-N. I don't know what BUN stands for, but my BUN number went down. So that's a positive thing. And so if you notice at the beginning of the video, you might have seen maybe 30 or so second clip. These were signs inside the little doctor room that I was in, and I just took a little bit of footage of that just so it showed some statistics. And the first one, it says roughly 60% people die after diagnosis in about 5 years. So next one, it was another one that says most people, when they get a transplant, they live a normal life. The average transplant recipient spends 2 days in the hospital. They're back to work in about 2 to 4 weeks. And of all the people who sign up to donate a kidney, only 7.5% of them get approval. So I thought that was a very interesting. I knew the pool of people available to give a kidney is very small because the person has to be super healthy. And I mentioned already I had 20 people sign up to give me a kidney. All were denied, which that shocked me. 20 out of 20 denied. But like I said, I've always known the pool of available living kidney donors was small. And so to kind of put things in perspective, okay, that pool is small. Then of that pool, not many of them are going to sign up to give a kidney. It takes a very, very big person to do that. Okay. And of the few who do actually sign up, okay, only 7.5% get approved. So the number of living donors, it's just not. A person is likelier to get a donor from a cadaver, from someone who passed away, which is what I did. And it's been reported to me that as far as deceased donor kidneys go, I got a good one. I got one from a significantly, that's the word they used, a significantly younger person. And they're not allowed to reveal much information, if barely anything at all. I know that the kidney came from Washington State. And if it's a young person, I'm just going to guess, probably a car accident. Some type of accident that made a young person tragically lose their life. So anyways, so yeah, I just thought that was interesting to add to today's video. And so I'm back home. just doing regular house chores, doing laundry, and something weird happened. Something really, really weird happened. I want to share this with you. And my dog normally sleeps on this recliner. It's right there, and I never sit on that recliner. And just my dog, and I have a few blankets on the recliner just to make it more comfortable for him. And I like to wash those blankets at least once a week, at least for the time being, because I'm very susceptible to infection. So I'm taking extra steps to keep the place clean, my wife and I. And so I picked up a blanket that I wanted to wash. And when I did, this is what I saw on the recliner. It's very tiny. This is one of my anti-rejection pills right there. And very small. There it is. And I was shocked. My first question, how did it get there? I don't ever sit there. So I'm thinking I dropped it on the floor. Perhaps my dog picked it up, went to his recliner, and just spit it out. And thank God he didn't swallow it. I don't know what would happen. It's just one little pill, but I don't know. But this little pill, it's the main anti-rejection drug. Here's my pill box. I take 5 every morning, 8 a.m., and then 5 every night, 8 p.m. And so I'm always right here. I keep my pill box here on the dining room table, and I have no idea how it got there. But what I immediately did was check each container to make sure there were 5 in there. And so tiny pills are very hard to handle. They can easily be dropped. So just be careful with that. And because some of these pills, and as little as that one is, I know there's a couple of them even tinier. So very, very easy to just drop one. And so thought that was interesting. So, but anyways, let's see what I can remember. Okay, my potassium went down. I'm in range. It's as good. But a weird thing is my phosphorus went up. It was a spike. And the range of phosphorus, or I should say the maximum is 5.0. Tuesday, at this past Tuesday's appointment, I think it was 5.1, maybe 5.2. And this morning, I think it went up to 7.1. And I was like, what? In a 48-hour period? And so the nurse and I, we were just stumped. How can that happen? That's just an odd thing. Because if anything, the dialysis that I did the past 2 nights, it would lower the phosphorus and kind of get the numbers more within range. And so, anyways, so that was odd. So they instructed me to, again, so like I said, initially Tuesday they said do 3 straight days of dialysis, which I did Tuesday and yesterday, and I'm going to do it today, but they told me to go ahead and do dialysis tomorrow. So that will have made 4 consecutive days, and then would test my blood Monday, see what things look like. So that's the latest as far as that goes. And but yeah, I bought a camcorder off of Amazon. Thought I'd give it a try. $100, not that much. And it arrived. In fact, I had them put it in one of those Amazon lockers near my home. I went and picked it up, but it was short-lived. The issue is it records and all that, but whenever I plugged the camera into my computer to extract the video, my computer would not detect that a camera was connected. So what's the point of gathering footage if I can't extract it? And so, and I tested my computer. I plugged my cell phone into the computer, and it immediately detected it, because my phone, obviously I use my phone here to record these videos. And so in essence, it works just like it's a video camera. So I already packaged it up, and I'll start the return, get a return shipping label, and send that back. But that's the beauty of Amazon. You have, I think I'm not sure, I think either 2 or 3 months to use something. If you're not satisfied, no questions asked, go to the website, start the return process. You could print out it on label, drop it off at, in my case, it's a UPS store near me, drop it off there, no problems. And so, but yeah. Anyways, so that's pretty much all I have as far as the kidney disease situation that I'm in. And but as far as these numbers that, they say 60% die after about 5 years of being diagnosed, don't let that make you afraid. Don't do that. And from my experience, that 60%, they didn't die only of kidney disease. They have a combination of things that caused their death. Kidney disease happens to be one of them. And kind of like the pandemic situation, every day the news was showing how many people died of COVID, but it was kind of false, because most of those people were elderly and they had a multitude of issues, and COVID just pushed them over the edge. So keep that in mind. And so that was kind of a negative statistic, but I wanted to share that with you. And also, so basically 60% died after 5 years or so, but that means 40% of them make it. And the things I did to keep me in that 40% are just focused on things I can control. Okay, I can attend all my doctor appointments, that's no problem. I can take the medications as prescribed. Hopefully it's not a problem. And I can eat. I can stick to the renal diet. Okay, it's difficult. It's difficult because, you pretty much instantly, no fast food, no sodas. So that can be a challenge for some people who have created that habit for years. But I wasn't much of a fast food or soda guy. And so it wasn't hard. But when my life was on the line, that made it easy. My back was against the wall. And so and you got to start exercising. You've got to. You can control that. And even on days, I think maybe you guys have recall me mentioning the roller coaster of energy, the energy level. Some days you're feeling great, some days not so great, but definitely take advantage of the days you feel great. Take advantage of those days. And the days you don't feel so great, understand that maybe you can still exercise, maybe, but just do a little less. Listen to your body, know your limits, try to push a little bit. And there's going to be some days you're just like, nope, I'm out of it. But look at the positive thing. You're giving your body rest from the exercise you've been getting. But exercise is very important. Like right now, I pretty much have to stay inside, limit my exposure outside, and obviously avoid crowded places. I can go outside. I've been outside twice. I went to the pharmacy and I went to the grocery store. It was like 10:30 on a Friday night. Hardly no one was in there. So I was never around a crowd. If anything, the biggest issue going outside now is it's winter and it's super cold. And I think this morning I woke up, it was 15 degrees. And so, when I went to my 7 a.m. appointment, I was bundled up, and gloves, a big thick jacket, and I had a beanie cap, and I had a mask on. So I didn't want to breathe that cold air, that solid cold air coming in. So I had that mask to where it kind of warms up the air that I'm breathing in. So I was bundled up, and so but yeah, so I'm pretty much limited got to stay in here for the most part, and they want me to exercise. They would like for me to do some walking. No heavy lifting. Okay, no bending, no twisting, no reaching across my body to pick something up. Try to stay straight. And if you do bend slowly, not a quick bend. Just move gingerly because the kidney is still healing and getting set in place. And so, but what I'm doing, my stairs here behind me, there's 15 steps up, 15 steps down. And what I'm doing, I just started yesterday because I figured a week post-surgery, maybe I should start walking. And so what I did is I did 10 reps, so like up the stairs, down, 1 rep. So I do 10 reps, and I did 3 sets yesterday, going up and down the stairs. So a total of going up and down the stairs 30 times. And so, but I didn't do it all at once. I'd go up and down 10 times. It takes about 5 minutes, then rest. And it's weird because I normally would, pre-transplant, I would jog almost every day 5 miles. But simply going up and down these stairs 10 times, I started breathing a little bit hard. Not a lot, but just a little bit. So I've already gone up and down. I've already done 1 set today, and so I'll probably do another set before my dialysis, and then definitely another set right after my dialysis. And it's not hard, but going up and down those steps, hey, that's pretty good. Walking is very important. That's the number 1 exercise post kidney transplant, just walking. And so in fact, my nurse mentions, she said, do not ride a bike. Because when you're pedaling and your leg is pushing up as you pedal, that's pushing on that kidney. So don't ride a stationary bike of any kind. And so that's interesting because, like I said, you want that kidney to stay still as much as possible. That's why they say avoid bending, avoid twisting as much as possible. So, but now, because I asked her if I can do more, now that we're roughly, 11 days, 12 days from, post-surgery, she said, no, see, you're feeling good and it's natural to want to do more. This is a dangerous period you're in. You need to be patient, relax, keep as still as possible. I mean, not like perfectly still, like a statue all day, but don't, like she mentioned, like just walk up the stairs. Don't run up and down the stairs. Don't run up and down the stairs. And so, but the incision is looking better every day. I still feel a little tenderness, just a little bit, not much. But what they did, they used dissolvable sutures, and then on the exterior they used glue to keep the incision closed. And so I do a visual inspection every day. That's very important. And so far so good. No seepage or bleeding. And but yeah, I can see the glue slowly beginning to peel off. Now there's a natural tendency for some to want to pick it off, but don't touch it. Let it fall off on its own. So yeah, and but overall, yeah, good visit, and I'll go back Monday. So yeah, I'm feeling confident, but I'm not out of the dark. You don't ever want to feel like you're out of the dark because that's when, you get too confident, do something dumb, and put yourself in a bad situation. So, yeah, and this back to work in 2 to 4 weeks, that would definitely depend on the type of work a person does. Perhaps an office job, but, any type of physical labor job, I would say more than 4 weeks. And because it takes an average of 4 to 6 weeks for the kidney to fully awaken. And I don't think I'd want to do anything physical without my kidney fully awake. And as far as 2 days in the hospital, I spent 76 hours 76 hours in the hospital. Got there on a Saturday morning, 11:30. Left Tuesday at 3 p.m. So that's pretty good. And so, but yeah, but that'll vary by person. Then some people are quick healers, some are slow, and but I think the key is just preparing for the surgery, getting your body ready, and eating right, and exercising, and taking your meds, and getting all those doctor appointments. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do an hour today, because I am a little bit tired. I didn't sleep too well last night, and so sleep is very important to me. And the one thing about these kidney disease meds that's pre and post transplant are the side effects. And the side effects are difficulty sleeping. And so there's a good chance I'll be on sleep meds for the rest of my life to overcome the side effect of the medications. Which, hey, if I have to, I have to. I don't like it. I like there to be a day when I'm not on sleeping pills, but at least I have them. At least I have them. And boy, I like this phone. A call comes up, and if it's a scam, it'll say on there, "scam likely." And that's a pretty neat feature on this phone. So yeah, I feel good. I feel real good. So, but yeah, see, now last night I took my sleep meds as prescribed. I did sleep okay. I feel okay. A little tired, but okay. I didn't get a full night's sleep, and but the night before I got a half night's sleep, and I did take my meds as prescribed. But the 3 previous nights to that, I did not take them as prescribed. In fact, one night I did not take any at all. There's two different pills I take, and there was one both of them I didn't even take at all. Whereas the previous nights I cut it in half, and which I slept good on those nights, so I got cocky and said I don't need them, and I paid the price. So I need to just be patient and just accept it for what it is and take it. And so, but so let's see what's in the news here. Let's see. Boy, one thing that has me disappointed. We have Netflix, and they're going up on their monthly rate again. It's been less than a year ago they increased their rate. And I remember starting out at $10 a month. I like that. Then it went up to 13, and then 16, and now I think it's going up to 22 or $23 a month. And that might make me do a change. I'm thinking about Amazon Prime, because that would work for me. You get free shipping regardless of the amount you order. And I'm not particular on what I watch. I'm really not much of a TV guy, but I like to watch movies every now and then, uninterrupted, no commercials. And so Amazon Prime is still at 15, so I might give that a go. And because I don't order off Amazon that often, but when I do order, I always make sure I order more than $35 to get the free shipping. So what I'll do is, if I need something or want something, I just put it in my shopping cart, and then if it's below 35, then I'll just wait until there's something else I need, and then go ahead, and once it puts me over 35, then I'll go ahead and place an order. So but this, yeah, I won't have to worry about any minimum. Even if it's a $10 item, they'll bring it to me quickly, and so that'll be a nice little bonus. And but Amazon Prime has a good selection. It's not just movies. There's music, so it might be better. And so this is a headline: what is Netflix Premium, and should you subscribe? Okay, yeah, it's going up to $22.99 per month. from $15.99. So roughly $16 to $23. That's a pretty big jump. Oh, that's crazy. Their subscribers, they had a lot of people subscribed before the closeout of 2024. And yeah, I think I might make a change because I'm definitely, I've been with them for a long time, but I'm not attached. That's important. And yeah, let's see. Let's go to my see what else is going on. More car articles. Yeah, I mentioned yesterday that my wife are kind of in the market. I want to buy my wife a new car, and I did a couple of searches, and now all these ads, they're news articles, but they're ads at the same time. Like 2026 Toyota RAV4 is a hybrid family SUV worth waiting for. 10 things every Toyota RAV4 owner should know. See, that's what my wife wants is the Toyota RAV. So they're definitely trying to sell me. And so let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at the markets, and I have a Robinhood account, and that's what I use to invest and build up a little bit of money for my future years. And so just looking to see what's going on. And my wife wants me to open up her a Robinhood account because I showed her mine and she liked what she saw. So let's see. And what I did with my Robinhood account, I picked 4 companies to invest in. And so I'm going to pick 5 companies for my wife to invest in. And just kind of just sit back. We're still fairly young. I mean, she's a little bit younger. She's 44. And so, see, my plan is when I open this thing, I told myself I wasn't going to log in and look at anything until I was 60. But I just logged in the other day out of just curiosity for the first time since I opened it, and I was like, wow, what the hell? And so then I showed it to my wife. She said, oh my God, I want mine. And so we'll see. Like I said, I'm going to pick 5 for her. And see what happens. Yeah. You got to start saving for the old age. It's hard to do for a lot of people. For a lot of people, it's really, really hard to do. And the best thing I'd ever done in my life when I was 25 was opening up an IRA. I thought it was a scam. This old man walks into my office and said, young man, you need an IRA, a Roth IRA. And I'm like, what the hell is that? But I went forward thinking it was a scam. I was like, well, let's see. And because like when you gamble, you have to assume you're going to lose the money, and you go on with your life. And see, like one time I went into a casino, and I only went there because the in-house restaurant had this ridiculous all you can eat snow crabs for. I mean, it was so cheap. I'm thinking $30 or $40. All you can eat snow crabs, and that's the only reason a group of us went there. But the reason why it's so cheap is they're not making any money off the food. They want you to go eat your snow crabs and then go gamble. That's how they make their money. And so, because I was talking to a friend of mine, commenting at how cheap these all-you-can-eat snow crabs. They just bring them to you after, one after another, and he said, yeah, it's because they want you to go in there and gamble. They're not making anything off that food. And I never looked at it that way. I went, wow, okay. And so, yeah. But anyways, I saw a lot of people gambling, and I'm thinking, Jesus, what's the point? The house never loses. You might get a little victory here and there, but at the end of the day, the house won. I mean, you have your unique person who gets a bag, but that is few and far between. And so that's how I kind of regarded this IRA. And I said, I'll gamble. And here, 25 years later, and it's not bad. It's okay. And, and so, okay. Well, if you like NFL football, a couple of championship games are coming up this Sunday. Washington Commanders, formerly known as the Redskins, are going to play the Philadelphia Eagles. They're thinking about bringing the Redskins, at least the logo back. The logo. I don't know about the name. But I think people are just too sensitive. It's just a football team. It's just a football team. When people use things such as like the Redskins or the Indians or something, they're not trying to be offensive. They're not trying to be offensive. I remember years ago, I lived near a high school. They were the Fighting Raccoons. The Fighting Raccoons. For 100 years, no one thought anything of it. And then the NAACP came in, filed a lawsuit against them, said it's offensive. They had to change everything, paint over, change the billboards, the uniforms and whatever. And they're no longer the Fighting Raccoons. They said, no, it's racist. I mean, it's just a freaking animal. It's an animal. It's nothing. When people decided to use raccoon as a mascot, no one was thinking race. It's common for an animal to be used, whether you're the bears, the tigers, the lions. It's just a football team. Okay, the other championship game, so you have NFC and AFC, is the Buffalo Bills versus the Kansas City Chiefs. And so first game is the Washington-Philadelphia. Second game, Buffalo and Kansas. I have a funny feeling the Commanders, Washington Commanders, they've got a little bit more magic. Because their season has been magical. All these last-second victories, and I don't know. I have a funny feeling the Bills are going to beat the Chiefs. They already beat them once, but it was in Buffalo. So now they have to do it again in Kansas. So I think it might be a Washington-Buffalo Super Bowl. We'll see. I'm usually never right on these predictions. That's why I don't gamble. Here's the headline. Patrick Mahomes of the Kansas City Chiefs admits trying to cheat. All players try to cheat. I mean, if you truly watch an NFL play, all of the linemen are holding. All of them. You see jersey grabbing and But for the most part, they only call the most ridiculous ones. You know, and yeah, Netflix is getting a lot of heat on their price increase. It's going to result in a good bit of people canceling. I mean, uh, one thing I like about Netflix, I like their documentaries, but I'm sure Amazon Prime is going to have interesting documentaries. I mean, I see interesting documentaries on YouTube. I mean, let's see. Oh my God. See, it also knows that I do searches on kidney disease, just kind of researching, looking for new things to learn. And now here's a headline: Risk factors and early warning signs of chronic kidney disease. I tell you, it's crazy how this tracking is. I don't know if it's a good or bad thing, but I know one example. I was on the phone with a buddy of mine, and he mentioned this guy. He had a reality TV show, and kind of a quirky guy, and aren't all of them who do those reality TV shows? And then I think it was the next day, a video on YouTube popped up about that guy, and so that's just proof that they listen in. I don't think it's a person listening in to phone calls, cell phone calls, but it's some like AI technology, and they pick up on key terms. Like, oh, he's interested in that. So now YouTube videos were popping up about this reality TV show star. And so me and a buddy of mine were joking, and I said, yeah, we should, when we get on the phone next time, we should talk about how difficult it is to find toilet paper, and then see what pops up. Wouldn't that be funny? Having a hard time finding toilet paper, and all these ads for toilet paper would come up. Uh, Anyways, but that's the new world. I mean, I get it. They want to cater the advertising to a person's individual interest. I get it. But at the same time, it does seem a bit invasive. So, but it's all about the money. Got to make that money, man. Got to make that money. Okay, let's see what's on YouTube. Wow, the top video released. Red letters, all caps. Breaking. Trump signs order to release JFK files. CIA is furious. You know, in my opinion, it really doesn't matter, because all the participants in the JFK era, they've passed away. They're done. It's not like anyone's going to face legal consequences. And that's what happens with things. They wait till all participants are deceased, and then they can release the information. Like, can you imagine 50 years from now, all the information that'll be released on the 2020 election? Because more than a third of people think it was not valid. That's a big deal. More than a third of people. More than, like, yeah, roughly 1/3 of Americans felt it wasn't valid. And everyone thinks Trump is a kook when he says it was a hoax. So we'll all be dead. They'll release it. Netflix will have a documentary. And U.S. military ordering thousands of troops to southern border. Well, most other countries use their military to protect their borders. That's the way it is. I think it's weird how people expect America to function differently than countries across the world. See, I'm a dual citizen. I feel blessed. I'm a citizen of Thailand and obviously the U.S. And in Thailand, their immigration is very aggressive. They will not hesitate to walk up to you in the street. You could be minding your business, sitting at a restaurant, eating your meal. They want to see your passport. And by law, you got to produce it right there. You can't say why. You can't do that. You better have your passport on you. At the very minimum, you got to have a photocopy of it on you. You don't have that, if they feel in their mind you're not a Thai citizen, they will scoop you up. And then they'll take you to the station, and you have to wait there until hopefully you can call someone. Hey, can you bring my passport? Um, and because they can verify, but they're not in any hurry. They are not in any hurry. And they'll say, hey, you can call someone if you want, but you're not leaving here until we verify you're in this country legally. And if you're there illegally, you're deported within 7 days. They don't care. They don't care. They truly just don't. They don't care if if you've impregnated a lady and have a child. Don't care. Here we are talking about separation of families. They don't care. Mm, and I've seen many foreigners in Thailand. Um, I guess their visa, whatever, expired, and they had till the end of the week to get out of the country. And they're scrambling, figuring out what can they do? What can they do to extend their stay in Thailand? Because people love Thailand. They love it. And many people go there and they never want to leave Thailand because life there is so different. It is so different. And but they don't care. They don't care. You'll be up by the end of the week. Cry all you want or protest all you want or whatever. And they don't care. So, yeah, but yeah. Let's see what else. Criminal aliens furious over ICE raids. Well, of course. What criminal alien would be happy? Oh, good to see you. I've been looking for you, wondering where you were. I was asking around. Oof. Pardon me. See, another interesting thing. Judge blocks Trump's birthright citizenship order. That's an interesting one. So, a couple who are illegally in America have a child that's born on U.S. soil. That child, by birthright, is a U.S. citizen, but the parents are not. And I kind of understand Trump's argument because the parents are illegal, they are up for deportation, and if they get deported, they'd have to decide, do we want to leave our U.S. citizen kid in America or take our kid back to whatever country we come from? And I don't know what other countries do about that. I don't know. But I know in Thailand, if a foreigner goes to Thailand and they parent a child, it's mostly men, so if they father a child, that doesn't give them any additional rights. And If they get caught and they're illegal, they get caught, they have no problem separating them. So the illegal would not have any additional rights. Now, I think Brazil, I read this a while back, so take that with a grain of salt, that a non citizen goes to Brazil, they father a child or mother a child, that grants them Brazilian citizenship. I've read that. That was years ago I read that, so I don't know what's going on now. Oh my God, the California fires have grown. Oh, they made progress, but they have grown. Well, so far, ICE agents have arrested 300 migrants in sanctuary cities, including New York City. If they estimate 20 million, 300 is a small dent, but I guess you got to start somewhere. I'll tell you, I think this is an amazing time to be living. I guess there was always things going on, but we didn't always have the internet to see what all was going on. So, but there's always been happenings. But this YouTube is kind of like a buffet of happenings. And look at this. Obama's divorcing. I could not imagine Barack Obama being with Jennifer Aniston. But stranger things have happened. Hmm. Yeah, Trump's first day was amazing. All these executive actions and all these pardons, pardoning all the January 6th participants. And, crazy. He paused all of the DEI departments, I guess, and sent the workers home on paid leave. I imagine the average worker, if they're on leave and they're being paid, they probably could care less. Milk it for as much as you can. Okay, Trump revokes security clearance for 51 Intel officials who were wrong. Good for him. I remember that when these 51 Intel officials signed some letter saying that I think something to the effect that Trump was involved with Russians. That was a hard one to believe. That was a hard one to believe in from the get-go. And, every now and then I watch movies on YouTube. Here's one that's been popping up on my feed. I've been wanting to watch, but it's called Mind-Bending Time Travel Movie. And the name of the movie is 41. 41. And it's not a super long movie. It's an hour and 20 minutes. I'm not sure if that includes the commercials or not, or if that's just the movie. But a movie called 41. So it looks interesting. And, all right, well, I'm going to go ahead and cut it short. Close to an hour. 49 minutes. Hooray for me. And especially being a little bit tired today. Give me something to eat. And they want me to avoid 3 large meals a day, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Instead, do several small meals throughout the day. Let's see. So I had a 4 egg omelet this morning, an omelet using 4 eggs with a lot of onions chopped in it, a little bowl of rice to go with it. And what else did I have? I had a little cup of yogurt. Oh, I had a pear, half a pear. Pears aren't really bad. I've never really eaten them before. I have eaten pears, but they're definitely good for the kidney disease patient. Pears. So I ate half a pear. And let's see, there's a salad in the fridge. I think I'm going to go ahead and eat. And I ate some strawberries. They say they want me to eat 6 servings of fruit per day. So I've had an apple, I've had half a pear, and I've had some strawberries. So my wife buys these strawberries from Costco, and they are the biggest strawberries I have ever seen in my life. And they're clearly not natural. Strawberries do not grow that big. And hopefully these strawberries are healthy, because they've definitely added something to make them so huge. All of Costco vegetables and fruits, they're just so bright, so colorful, large. Like, what are they doing? So, in life, we take chances. Yeah. Okay, well, if you enjoyed the stream, you can hit the like button if you want. And if you want to see future videos from me, and you can hit the bell to be notified. So, but my goal is to post a video every day about nothing all that important. Just keep everyone up to date on my kidney disease journey, and provide as much information as I could think of that might be helpful to others in my situation, and just talk about random news stories. So if you watched, I appreciate it. And, but I'm hoping to be back to work in 6 months. That's my goal. That's what I'd like to be. And I mean, I don't want to sit another year if I don't have to. I think I'd like to be actually on a job somewhere working. And I'm definitely not going back to my old job. Definitely not doing that. And thinking I might get a job as a truck driver. I need to get out. I've been pretty much a homebody the past 3.5 years. I haven't gone anywhere, haven't traveled anywhere. I go to the gym, the grocery store, take my dog for a walk at a nearby park, go to my dialysis clinic once a month, and that's it. So my wife and I are planning a vacation when I am medically cleared, and we'd like to go to New York City, where she would, and I really don't care, but she wants to see the Statue of Liberty. She wants to go to DC and see the White House, and a few other just personal spots she wants to see, like the house I grew up in. She wants to see that, and so we're planning on probably a 2-week trip, a combination of flights and driving a rental car. So that should be fun. So, but I would like to be back to work. So we're in January. If I could be back to work by, say, August, man, that would sit well with me. So, anyways, As always, if you have questions or comments, put them down there in the comments section. And you're welcome to, if you want to email me a private question, Dakota, T as in Todd, P as in Patterson, @gmail.com. Till then, we'll see you next time.